Hey guys, David here and welcome to Digital Outlook. Well guys, Judy and I are back here in Texas and we just love Texas. I'll tell you what, came off the plane, 99 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'm going to tell you, it makes these old bones feel absolutely amazing. Guys, we are seeing a big time opportunity in this space, in my opinion, because right now you got XRP at what, $2.87, $2.88. And how many times have we been able to come out here and show you when it's down there, right? 270, all that kind of stuff. And all the FUD that you can imagine being thrown out of that, plus the kitchen sink. And every single time we've been able to come out and say to you guys, listen, this is not the end of the bull market. This is a correction, and that spells opportunity. Now, I want you to think about something. Right now, the liquidations that are going on, the leverage longs, into the multiple millions. And do you think it's by some chance that these market makers aren't aware of that? Come on, guys, they are hunting for these prices, and we even could see a little bit more downside pressure. But I'll tell you what, the fundamentals for XRP, they haven't changed one iota, and we are not even close to the end of this bull run, in my opinion. Right now, BNB is up to what, 1,300 bucks? Guys, in a major bear market, you do not see any of these assets firing off like that. And this tells me right now that we are dealing with big time manipulation like we have always seemed to deal with in this digital asset space. It is something that you just get so used to. But for Judy and I, we have translated that fear into opportunity because of our conviction of the assets that we're holding. And we have been out there sharing that for a very long time. In fact, right from the very beginning that we started this channel, if you go back and you watch the first video that I ever did, you're going to find out the motivation for us starting this channel was to educate folks to not allow themselves to be manipulated by all of this nonsense that goes on in these markets. Guys, it is a game to these big players, and they scare the dickens out of folks so that when they capitulate, they gobble up that fear. And like I said, even this morning, for everybody selling at the low prices that they are right now, and these are low prices. I remember saying when low prices were 30 and 40 cents. Can you imagine? But here we are, sitting here, $2.80 some cents. Everybody's selling. Someone else has to be buying, don't they? Why, oh why do you think anybody, if, you know, they're all doing the same thing, why would they buy that fear? Because guys, they know what they're doing, and it's the whales that are doing it. The same whales that are pushing this whole narrative of, you know, and when they buy old, and then they get up there, they buy, and then they sell. They cause the market to move that way, and then they gobble up the fear, and they accumulate more and more. It's like a laddering move that they use. And I've watched this happen so many times, and I get out there and I share with folks, but the feelings are the same, aren't they? When you see it up there, yeah, it's an exciting thing. When you're up there at 3 and 310, 20, 40, when we were 50, 366, I'm going to tell you, it is an exciting feeling. And you gauge your emotions of what it feels like up there. And when it drops back down, you're like, oh my gosh. Well, think of how you used to feel when XRP was under $2. Remember that feeling? If you were buying just after the election, or November, December into January, and you bought XRP, and then it dropped, and it's down there around that $1.90 to $2 range and all that kind of stuff. And then when you started to see it move, bang, bang, over 225, wow, this is great, 235, 250, you know, 260, 270, which is way lower than where we are right now. You were on cloud 9. Why? It's the emotions of watching it go back up. And this is one thing you've got to get to learn in this space, is how to govern those feelings. It's not that you're not gonna have feelings, guys. It's just you don't want to be making decisions based on those feelings. That's what it comes down to. And it is so vitally important that you get that right up in here and you learn it. You learn it over time. Anybody that's been in this space for a long, long time, they know it. They've been down that road, and I can name a number of different influencers there. Brad Kimes, DAI, Zach Rector, Mikko Markets, ourselves, all these people that we know personally, by the way. Of course, Versan Algera, Black Swan Capitalist, and Vandel, and those guys. Jake Claver and all that. We've all been through the mill. And guys, you know what? We learned. If anybody's out there and they're saying, oh, this and oh, that, and oh, I've been in XRP for 8 years and it's done nothing, guys, they're full of baloney, full of utter baloney, or they got to be the worst traders that have ever existed in the history of mankind. Because back in those days, XRP was less than 1 penny, shot off in 2017 into 2018 to what, $3 and some cents? I mean, that is massive alone. You know, a small investment of $6,000 would have turned you into a multi-millionaire in just 1 year. Then, of course, they had a second chance when XRP, you know, with the lawsuit, got crushed down to 17.48 cents. And 4 months later, guys, think about this. $1.97, 1,200% move with all the pressure that was on it, right like that. And what we're watching now, guys, is a big setup. This is a massive setup for XRP because you are seeing the regulatory clarity coming in. You've got this lawsuit that is absolutely done, and we never have to look back. The only legal clarity in every digital asset, including Bitcoin, for the entirety of this space has been granted to XRP, and that through a legal court process. That means, guys, there's no double jeopardy here. They can't go redesign it or define it. It's done. So there's that. Then you got the ETFs and, of course, the institutional adoption and on and on. I don't think I've seen any other asset in any asset class whatsoever with the fundamental setups that XRP has going for it. And Judy and I, that's where our confidence lies, guys. It's not in this price action, this day-to-day stuff that we see, because we know that it is highly, highly manipulated. And that is something that just only time gives you, isn't it? That level of confidence so you can have the staying power. Like this morning I saw a little meme, and it was an x-ray of an XRP hand, an XRP holder's hand, and it was like the bones were made of diamonds. You know, that's where you get the whole diamond hand idea, is you know what you hold. And because you know what you hold, you're not worrying about all this FUD and all this fear and all the nonsense, because like I say, there's always someone up there willing to gobble up your fear, isn't there? Don't let yourself get shaken up. Don't let yourself get shaken out. Don't let yourself be just followed around by the nose in this space. We are going to have a bear market. I do believe that. But guys, the telltale signs right now, I don't think we're there yet. I do not think we're there yet. But I do think that it is coming. Now, when that bear market comes, is it going to drop to 80 to 90% like we've seen in prior bear markets? Guys, with all the fundamentals that are going on, I really don't think so. My personal opinion is we could see 30, 40% drop. Yep, we could see that. But then again, you're going to be ready for it, right? And that's how I think about it. That's how I look at it. Will we see the prices now? God knows I pray and believe and want my good friend Jake Claver to be right. I want by the end of the year us to be at 750. Are we going to see that? Well, we don't know. And for me, I'll tell you, there's a strategy that I put in place in order to insulate myself for whatever the possibilities are there, guys. That's what we share in coaching. We share that strategy with you and how you can balance your portfolio towards the achievement of those goals. Now, right now, I don't have any coaching available. I'm thinking about it into the end of this next week and the beginning of next week, whether or not we'll be able to open it up for the following week thereafter, because of course the market is the mover of that, isn't it? And I want you to be ready to execute your plan, because that's what we would be doing. We'd be executing our plan. So we're going to see how it goes. But I'll tell you guys, it is so exciting to be in this space. Yes, it is a roller coaster ride, but it's the thrill of a lifetime, because when this thing fires off, and I mean you get in there to a genuine alt season, it will blow your ever loving mind. If you've never been in one, I am so excited for you to get the chance to experience it, because I think it is going to just melt faces. It has in the past, and guys, I believe it will again, and I believe it's going to transform lives. And like I love to say, I want you standing right there in that winner's circle right beside us when we cross that finish line, guys. I honestly do. So I'll tell you what, until tomorrow, when we're going to have another amazing video for you, guys, have a fabulous one and take care.